And one of the main crops that we grow in this grassy area is corn, like Americans. Like, do any of you guys see corn outside in the fields? In Africa, we have the same exact thing. And we grow wheat in these parts and areas, but we also grow sugarcane in the southern part.
The boats means that we moved from Africa across the Atlantic Ocean on the boats to get to North and South America as slaves.
And when we came here, we were forced here, so we tried to bring as much culture as we could. And one of the things that we brought was religion. Two of the main religions that we brought were the Islam and Christian, like most Americans. We also brought stories to our own stories to America. Like, do any of you guys like to read stories? Okay, well, we like to read stories too, but sometimes our stories can be a little bit different because of the way of life that we have. This story is called Showe, and it's about this grandma who teaches her granddaughter how to make her own quilt. And every time a new baby girl is born into the family, they add on another piece to the quilt. Like, if you look back at the room, there's different colors of cloth and different parts that you can see. And so they put these all together, and they added one by one every time a new baby girl was born. And they took this quilt through like all of their tough times as slaves, and it helped them like keep going and to have faith and remember where they came from. And so they became free, and they hold on to this because it reminds them of their own family and it helps them stay together.
Another famous literature story is Henry's Freedom Battle. Does anyone want to come up and play the main character, Henry?
Here, you.
Okay. Now everyone here knows their age and it celebrates a birthday, and we do too. But many slave kids did not have birthdays. Henry's master dies, and he leaves and works with the master's son. When he grows up, he meets a girl named Nancy, and him and Nancy get married and start a family. They have 3 kids. Nancy and the three kids get taken away to go live and work with another master. Henry is sad. He decides to have an idea to ship himself to be free. And his crazy idea, with the help of a white man named Dr. Smith, to help him escape, is to be shipped in a box to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Henry gets in the box early in the morning, and he goes from side to side. He goes from one way to another. He goes all across the world, all the way to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay, now you're free.
He gets out of the box, and he's in Philadelphia. That day, he celebrates being free and has his own birthday. That day on, Henry was known as Henry Box Brown. Let's celebrate.
Okay, good job. Thank you. Box Brown. That was his last name. Awesome.
Another cultural event that we brought to America is our clothing.
African American women wear dresses called lapas and headdresses, which Nicole has on. The African American men wear duskies, which are kind of like a dress but in a boy version, and they wear earthy colors to keep them cool in the hot African sun. And they wear beads too.
These beads are like a part of their decoration to their clothing.
Over here. You might be wondering why I'm dressed so different from everyone else. Well, I'm a famous slave who fought for my freedom. My name is Nat Turner. Do any of you go to church? Well, I was a preacher at a church. How about this question? Has your preacher ever told you not to fight? Or ever told you it's wrong to? Well, I thought it was the opposite. I thought we needed to fight all the people who kept us as slaves. So, not much is known about my family, and it was illegal to give me an education. But I did what I thought was right still. I fought for my freedom. And there's other famous African Americans hanging around the room you might get to look at a little later.
We also liked to do crafts in the hard times that we were slaves, and they were also easy for us to make up our own because we didn't need a strong education for them, and we were unable to get that. And some of the crafts tied into our own clothing.
Have you guys ever tie-dyed something or have tie-dye of your own?
No.
Okay.
Have you guys seen tie-dyed clothing?
Well, we're going to take you through this step of tie-dyeing. First, you flatten and open out a piece of fabric.
preferably like a light color or a white, so then you can see the colors
A
better.
solid plain color. Then you take parts of the fabric and pull them into clumps. After that, you fasten the clumps securely, make sure they're secure. Then dip the rubber banded areas into the dye. More intense colors are created with longer exposure. So if you start with like lighter colors and then go darker and darker, you'll have like prettier designs. Then you remove the rubber bands, rinse the fabric in cold water, then you hang to dry.
Some of the designs that they can get look like this, or like that one up there, and there's more designs down here. And they can make different designs by the different ways that they tie the rubber bands and the different colors that they use.
We wear tie because it's like traditional and they've been wearing it, or we've been wearing it for many years.
Another craft is masks.
We make and wear masks because we do it to make our gods happy, and also to ask for things. We'll ask for things like, if it's too dry, we ask for it to rain a little more, or if it's too wet, we actually would ask for it to rain a little less. So, and we also use them for fun a lot of times. We'll show you how to do that a little later. But right now, Elijah will tell you how to make one.
Okay. You get a paper plate, and you put construction paper over it. You can decorate it with other construction paper or marker, or you can tape it with glue, and you can find stuff at home like feathers.
And they also use like beads and different things, and then they put a string on the back to tie it to their faces. They wear these masks during we wear these masks during our parties, and we do, one of the main celebrations that we have is Kwanzaa, and we love this holiday. Like, do any of you guys love Christmas? Christmas is like our holiday of Kwanzaa, and we celebrate this every year, just like you and your families might. Okay, we're going to show you how we celebrate our holiday of Kwanzaa.
What are you guys dancing for?
Kwanzaa.
What's Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa is a celebration of African Americans coming together, working together, and remembering their family and where they came from.
You're correct. I love coming to celebrate Kwanzaa every single year. And to wear traditional beads and dresses for Black lives.
And our traditional daskis.
But it's not all about the food or clothes and beads. It's about our family.
Doesn't the word Kwanzaa mean the first fruit of harvest?
Yeah, it's to celebrate our ancestors.
That's cool, but what are we sitting around for? Let's the celebration begin.
Wait, first we should realize what we're eating on and how special they are to our family.
African Americans use placemats not only on their dinner table, but for rugs inside or outside their house. We also send them to people as gifts.
Now we can celebrate. That dance that we were doing at the beginning, well, we're going to teach you how to do it step by step. So you can all stand up, and Nicole is going to pass around instruments, and if you don't get an instrument, then you can do this dance with us.
And the instruments are very traditional to us. They keep the timing and the beat of our music.
Okay, so are you ready for the step by step to the dance?
Okay. So, at first,
Are you guys ready?
you get your arms out like this, like in an airplane mode, and you do them in circles, and you just bob up and down. So when you go up high to touch the sky, then you go down.